Hi everyone, and welcome to another video in our Research Meets Reality series. I'm Mike Locke, and once again today we're speaking with Omer Minkara, Principal Analyst who heads up our research in the field of customer experience as well as sales and marketing effectiveness. Omer, good as always to have you with us.
Likewise. Thanks for having me, Mike.
Great. Well, so we talked in a previous video about sort of the general definition of AI as it relates to customer experience. So today's installment, we're looking at AI again in the customer experience world, but this time we want to try to understand a little bit more about actually the potential pitfalls of AI. So, Omer, what are those aspects of AI that CX professionals should be wary of, and how can they avoid them?
Yeah, so great question. So I want to take it up a little bit at a higher level and then bring it to the pitfalls as far as why companies need to be cautious and where they have to be cautious. So, Mike, as you mentioned, AI is very much trendy, and it is for good reason. In a previous video, as you mentioned, we talked about AI, being a top area of focus for technology investments. And here on the screen, you can see the responses that we've gathered in a recent survey where we asked CX leaders what technologies are top priorities for investing in the next 12 months. So analytics, absolutely, making sure that they have a good sense of data, but then layering AI, layering automation to be able to act on those, driving intelligence. And then furthermore, we also had a separate question in our survey on where and why are businesses using AI as it relates to CX. Again, you can see our findings on the screen. There's numerous different use cases ranging from authentication to self-service to agent empowerment to personalization, what have you. So there's a lot of different ways companies are going about using AI, but every one of those use cases also have their ups as in opportunities, but also areas that you have to be cautious about. So some of the areas as pitfalls that we see companies may not necessarily think of when they use AI or when they consider using AI include IP, intellectual property for the business. There's a lot of intellectual property that's been collected, that's been generated over years and decades for many different businesses. And when you're inputting all that information, essentially you're training AI models with your proprietary information. So again, it helps automate and generate certain output that you're able to share with your customers in the form of canned messages over live chat, emails, and whatnot. But also, are you putting proprietary information? Are you putting competitive secrets out into the AI algorithm? So that's one area that companies need to be cautious about. Another one is the accuracy of the output that's generated by tools like Gen AI, generative AI. So, a lot of my conversations, I'm hearing and speaking with different business leaders who are saying we're testing Gen AI. We're incorporating into our agent empowerment activities where agents are able to input a message and then have AI generate a response to a customer via email. What about the accuracy of that response? Are agents vetting that response or are they copy pasting that response? That's another critical area because at the end of the day, you can't claim to the customer saying, well, we're not at fault just because we used Gen AI and it gave them misleading information, misleading information on that. So you have to make sure that the data points, the responses that you're providing to your customers are also accurate, but also consistent. Again, omni-channel has been a big priority for contact center and CX leaders for many years, almost a decade now. Omni-channel that is consistent and personalized interactions. So if you're not able to ensure consistency, again, by agents or supervisors over, reviewing the output that's generated by AI, again, that means that you may be frustrating your customers delivering inconsistent messages. Now, lastly, the hallucination aspect. That is, every output that's generated by Gen AI being accurate. Again, it's not just providing customers, accurate or inaccurate responses. It also has to do with employee training. Employees may be asking questions on who's the expert in this field, or what exactly is the right knowledge base article. Are the outputs actually correct? Do you have quality assurance processes that actually review and authenticate the output that's generated by Gen AI? Again, we're in the very early stages. A lot of companies are experimenting about with using Gen AI, but there's not a lot of focus on the accuracy of Gen AI. There's complete trust in some cases that Gen AI output is 100% accurate. So my recommendation for business leaders that are experimenting or using AI is uh, have a process. Review the results that are generated by AI. See if they're accurate. Because last thing you may want to do is give your employees wrong information or give your customers wrong or inconsistent messages that may jeopardize trust in your brand, but as well as the integrity of your brand.
Yeah, great points. You don't want to have a chatbot telling a customer a wrong thing, or you want to
Yeah.
be you want to be giving away intellectual property in a way that is inconsistent with the company's values and things like that. What I've seen in your research over the years, you talk a lot about omni-channel. You also talk about this concept of the 360 customer experience. Do
Yeah.
you see AI fitting into the 360-degree customer experience, and is that sort of why we need to be cognizant of some of these pitfalls?
Yes. So, but bit longer answer to it is AI is actually going to finally help make it happen in an easier way for businesses to deliver that unified 360-degree view of the customer, but also 360-degree experience. That is, no matter what the business department the customers are interacting with, they're able to get consistent and personalized interactions. Because again, once you have data that's unified across different sources, which AI helps, by the way, determine who exactly is that customer is, have a single customer ID, identify what exactly are the touch points with that customer, and build journey maps with that customer. It makes it all the more easier to deliver those omni-channel experiences. But again, to initiate that journey, you also want to have accuracy in your data. Again, age-old saying, garbage in, garbage out. So if you're putting wrong data, inaccurate, outdated data in your AI algorithms, in your training models, your results are going to be also inaccurate. So it's also important to make sure that your data is accurate right from the get-go as you go about implementing AI. So that's one thing that a lot of companies seem to skip ahead. That is, before ensuring data accuracy and data integrity, assuming that AI will solve all of those problems. Well, first you have to clean your data, make sure that it's all accurate, so you can really get the most mileage out of your data.
Yeah. I love sort of harking back to this concept of garbage in, garbage out that we've all been talking about for a long time.
Yeah.
It's really never been more important or more relevant now than
Yeah.
when you're using training data to create and train AI based algorithms. Garbage in, garbage out, never more important of a concept than it is now. So,
Yeah.
fantastic point. Well, thanks everyone for watching this video, and be sure to follow Aberdeen as we bring more of our research perspective to bear on this topic of AI and other key business technologies. Omer, thanks for joining us, and thanks again everyone for watching.